everyone, and happy Thursday. I hope everyone's week is going well and you're doing lots of learning and keeping busy at home. For today's lesson, first thing we're going to start with is, of course, our target. We're going to recap what we have been learning about all week long. Okay, so our targets read, I can read historical texts that involve cause and effect relationships. I can also give examples of these relationships within the text. I do apologize today, you will only be hearing my voice. I don't have my talented videographer here today as he is at work, so I have no one videoing for me. So I am just going to hold the video here so you can see what I am discussing and showing, and then I will release you for your independent work at the end to complete. All right? So again, this week we've been working on historical texts. You will have one more this week today as your assignment, the March on Washington, and we will get to that later. But for now, we're going to go over yesterday's article in just a few minutes, and I'm going to give you some strategies that you can use when annotating and locating cause and effect relationships. Again, these are historical texts that are informational, nonfiction, things that have happened in the past that are real life events. So you can find out extra information if you are interested more about any of the topics we've been reading this week. You can go on Google, you can go on educational sites and find more information to kind of add to what you've already been learning about. Again, we're going to be talking about the cause or why something happens, and as a result, what happens. Okay? So today we're going to move over here, and I have chosen yesterday's article, the Statue of Liberty, that you should have already read. So if you haven't watched the videos from Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, be sure to go back and do that first before watching today's video. All right? With that said, I have taken one of the paragraphs from the Statue of Liberty article, and I've written it for you here on a piece of chart paper. It states, in the years that followed her dedication, the Statue of Liberty served to welcome immigrants coming to America. This was because of her nearness to Ellis Island, the immigrant inspection station that all immigrants had to pass through before entering the United States. Lady Liberty was often the first thing that these immigrants saw on their way to Ellis Island. Certainly a welcome sight after a long voyage from their home countries. So what you will notice here is that, I'm going to get a little bit closer. What you will notice is, for my brain to remember cause and effect, I like to use different colors. So you will notice here, and you can pause the video at any time to go back and look at what I'm discussing. You will notice that I've chosen red to underline the cause and green to underline the effects in this paragraph. Now, this is just one strategy you can use to help you when you are annotating for cause and effect. You don't have to use different colors, but it's another way. Throughout the week, I've been showing you charts of cause on one side and the effect on the other and making two columns. It's just another way of doing it. So if you are marking right on the text, this is something that might help you to remember these relationships. Okay? So as we've read through this section of the Statue of Liberty, I noticed a couple of things. There was a key word in that first part of the paragraph, and I've underlined it here. Because. Okay, if you notice, a lot of times the word because can help you to find the cause and effect, with that word cause being inside that larger word because. So that can be a clue word for you when you're looking for cause and effect. So what I did was, after I read through that first paragraph, I stopped and asked myself, what is the why? As a result, what happened? Okay, those are two questions you should ask yourself when reading these cause and effect sentences. So in green, notice the effect came first here. The Statue of Liberty served to welcome immigrants coming to America. That's what happened. That monument served to welcome them. That was their welcoming sign. The cause of that was because it was so near to Ellis Island, the island that they came in on. So that was the cause that led to it being a welcoming sign for those people entering our country. So I've labeled that with E for effect and C for cause. Further in this paragraph, there's another set of cause and effect relationships. Down at the bottom it says, Lady Liberty was often the first thing that these immigrants saw on their way to Ellis Island. So that is labeled in red with a little C, which is the cause. And as a result, it became a welcome sight after a long voyage from their home countries. So they saw Lady Liberty, or the Statue of Liberty, another name for it. And as a result, they felt welcomed after their long voyage or trip to the United States. Okay, so this is just, like I said, another strategy you can use using colors. I know all of you like to use colored pens, markers, so pull those out today as you're annotating your next article, and I challenge you to use this strategy to help you when answering the matching cause and effect questions. Okay, so our format will look very much the same today as you are working through your independent work. However, today I challenge you to use this new strategy and see if it helps you when you're reading and annotating the March on Washington. That will be our last article for the week today that you will work on in Google Classroom. And then remember, tomorrow is Fun Friday. Like I promised, we'll be doing some read alouds. So I'm going to be introducing you to our next book that we're going to be reading together, one of my favorite chapter books. So you will listen to the read aloud tomorrow in Friday's video, and there'll be an open-ended response question for you to answer in Google Docs. Okay, so Friday is kind of just a fun day, listen to a story. I'm going to read one chapter from that book, and like I said, you'll answer a question as a response in Google Classroom. If you have questions, feel free to have your parents email me, or you can email me or send me a message in Remind. And I'm proud of all the hard work you've been doing this week, boys and girls. Keep it up, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.